I mean, out of all the bars in New York, I can't believe that you and Gilly picked that one.
Well, that was the one because Gilly was trying to look up a place like when we went to the 4th of July thing because everyone's like, let's get down here for the fire. Like they were adamant on going down for the fireworks. And I was like, yep, sure. Like, yep. But I didn't realize because I think the link that you had linked had like a longer name in the front of it. And Gilly just kept referring to it as like the shorter end part of the name. So I didn't even put it together in my brain that it was the same spot.
Yeah. They always add extra stuff at the beginning of the name.
Yeah.
Because we went there on the Thursday, but we were on the other side of the bar. Where
I like the fun side,
the fun side that had the sort of funky, weird, erotic sculpture stuff.
Oh, the cats and the pink cats.
They had like the Pink Panther in lingerie on a pole. Like, what is going on? What is going on here?
It reminds me of a bar, Zoe. I don't know if you've ever been out in Melbourne before, but there's an area in Melbourne called Brunswick. When they're trying to describe it, it's like a bit like a grunge place. You know what I mean? It's got that real alternative feel to it. It's like it's in Melbourne, but it's off the main bit. It's like a suburb. But like when I heard them describing this bar, it brought back memories of some of the bars out there. It's like Barbarella gone wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like,
I guess there's like a bar in Melbourne that's like similar, but it's like every level is fully themed. There's like the Alice in Wonderland sort of bit where there's just like overgrown trees and fog, and then the next level something else. Like it's all just a bit like overstimulated, like sensory overload.
Sensory overload, definitely.
It's a bit like
if GoFest was like that in the future, it would be messed up, wouldn't it?
I'm not sure you'd be getting a lot of nice social media pictures with a sort of like sexy rabbit going on.
I saw through because there's like that private event happening, and like there's a carousel in there. Like that'd be great.
Yeah, the carousel was much more family friendly.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I actually wanted to go on the carousel, and everybody declined me.
I
I'm going to be sick.
I would have been.
It goes about 1 mile an hour.
That would have been fun, though.
Is that a regret now, Ian? Is that a regret as you've come back?
Next time. Next year for the 3-year deal.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Look, we'll get a GoFest in Australia, and we'll get you on the big carousel in Sydney that's been there since before I was a human. We'll get the big carousel out. We'll bust it out.
The original.
That sounds all right,
The first carousel ever.
Yeah.
And the monorail, Milo.
We'll just go to an adjacent bar, and then we'll just go to the carousel.
We'll send Ian on his own to the carousel.
I'll get on. I haven't been on that thing in ages.
Go solo.
I'll go on it. Maybe a sick group photo, like a little not time lapse, but like a long shot of just like every single one of us on one of the carousel bits. Yeah.
And with your new camera, you could do a hyperlapse.
Yeah.
That'd be great. Constant loop of everybody going around.
Yeah. A repeating GIF. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Worst case, we're doing Bournemouth.
Yeah. No Japan GoFest next year. We're going to Sydney.
Bournemouth GoFest.
Bournemouth GoFest. They do, Ian, you'll love this. Sorry, Zoe and Milo, but they've done a campaign for Bournemouth Pier, and they say it could be like you're at like in on West Coast, you know, where the pier is in Santa Monica.
No,
Santa Monica, Bournemouth.
No,
oh my god!
But there's a post that says for Santa Monica of the UK, and all these people that live in Bournemouth went, it really isn't.
No, I can.
That's a pipe dream.
It's not though.
Definitely not.
It really isn't.
I love that sort of stuff when the locals shut it down. When it's just like, I think there was a sign in Newcastle for a while where it was like New something, like something New York, blah blah blah, and then it was just like new, and then they crossed out the York and had like castle, and I'm like, yeah, but it's not though, is it? I'm like, she's all right, but she's not, you know.
I'm going to use Ian's line in a minute. I'm sure we've got a cold open there somewhere. Right, brilliant.
I'm sure we have somewhere in there.
Frosty.
Anyway, I palmed the intro off onto Zoe for this week, so whenever we're ready, we can get cracking.
I'm going to smash this intro. Let's do this for one take. One take.
As many as you need.
This is like voice cracks immediately. All right.
No pressure, Zoe. Don't put it on yourself. Come on now.
This week on Incensed podcast. I'm done flying for the year. Oh wait, no, Worlds. Dang it. Milo has a sore finger. Waterfall wants a new camera, and Mark still misses Alan. Welcome back to episode 180 of Incensed podcast, boys. How you doing?
Where's Alan? I can just see you, Zoe.
I know. Look, he'll get back from the gym and he'll stick his head in the room and be like, "What are you doing?" And then I'll be like, "Alan, Alan,
Oh,
there's
that
someone
prairie
here who
dog
wants to
tip.
see you.
Alan.
There's someone
Alan.
here.
He'll say,
Someone
he'll
wants
say
to see
good
you.
day, Mark.
He's been talking about you too. He's been, he
It's
misses
like
you.
festivals back about 5 years ago. We went, Alan, Alan. He made me feel very inferior, so if he's just come from the gym. There's me just sat down after a hard day at work.
No,
Hard day at work.
You're all good, man. You're all good.
That's
He makes
very
me
much
feel
air
inferior
quotes.
when he's like, I'm just going to get up and do this. And I'm like, damn it. I'm like, I don't want to wake up and do that.
Mark's hard day at work was a tweet this morning from Costa Coffee.
Absolutely.
No sponsorship there.
Ah.
Starbucks, please.
Sadly not. Sadly not. We don't have those in Swindon, Ian. Come on now. Starbucks are elite places around the UK.
Swindon banned Starbucks. No.
They've got a Taco Bell, though, which is slightly weird. But yeah.
Well, we did have until last week, and it's closed literally last week.
Oh, no, I love the Taco Bell.
No one went for
Commiserations,
it.
Vassar.
Now it's gone.
Yeah.
We don't love the Mexican food in G-Town.
We had one open up near us as well, but I don't know how well it's doing. I think just probably because everyone assumes the connotations with Taco Bell specifically is not a positive one.
Exactly.
Shout out to South Park.
Let's not go into any detail.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to last, actually. I should check if it's still
Tacos in
open.
general, okay. We'll
Yeah,
take them.
yeah.
but,
Like, we love a good Mexican food, you know. But I was like, Taco Bell, that's an interesting choice, like to open in Australia. Good luck with
Got more
that.
chance opening up a Carlsberg. No, not Carlsberg. Is it a 4X brewery?
Yeah.
All over Australia, Hazo. Queensland, it's allowed in Queensland, but bring it down to
Yeah.
Sydney.
Share the
Be like,
vibes, yeah. Share the love.
Share the love.
But yeah, I mean, back to that intro. I am literally wanting a new camera because everybody's carrying these new cameras.
Oh,
that Zoe was
amazing.
sporting
We're left out now, aren't we? We're the minority of not having
in New York.
the Osmo 3.
I've literally been on Amazon just to see if there's any Prime Day deals
Yeah.
today, and so far, no. I'm
Nothing.
hoping for.
I'm getting one, Ian.
tomorrow.
I've been looking at it as well, and like you can actually edit it all on mobile. Use it, and I'm like, oh my god, this is
Join the
amazing for
crew.
me. This is like
So
like 600
lightweight.
quid.
So lightweight. The biggest thing for me though I noticed was just like comparing. Like I was showing just a family friend because they're like, oh blah blah, like you know they go hiking and stuff. They were like, oh how is it? So I showed like the difference between like my Madrid video and New York, and I hadn't even like looked to compare the videos, and just like the stabilization just from walking, like that little like boom. Little Jurassic
Yeah, when
Park
you're
wobble that
actually
you get on the
walking,
normal
yeah.
camera versus like that having stabilization. I was like, oh my god, I'm floating. I'm just like,
That
oh,
gimbal is
like
amazing, isn't it? It really is.
gliding
is.
through GoFest. Yeah,
On my mobile phone, so when I walk, it goes like that.
yeah.
You can see.
It's just like full.
For audio listeners, Mark is bouncing his camera.
Yeah.
They're like, we know.
We've
Look,
watched
we
the
said the
videos.
Jurassic Park rearview mirror sells. That's all you need to know. Like that the glass of water.
Yeah, the glass of water
But they're
vibrating.
good. They're good. I mean, as soon as I heard it on the New York episode, I went onto Amazon, looked at it, went, I'm keeping an eye out for one of those because even I could make that work. They look phenomenal.
Osmo
Absolutely.
Pocket 3, I mean, the creator pack's about 600 quid.
Yeah.
It's about 450 just for the camera, but it looks awesome. It really does.
Yeah, whoever's working at DJI lately with all these ideas
Commish,
needs
yeah.
a raise or something. Like honestly, they've been
We salute
the
you.
microphones, then the Osmo. Yeah, hats off. Not like breaking my spine anymore. This is great.
Well, that's the big
It
game,
is
isn't
because
it?
the amount of people that were carrying them, certainly in New York,
Yeah.
when the word got out,
Yeah,
everybody's got them. Like Milo and I were there, like with the old-fashioned, like big, hefty cameras, and we're like, okay.
We need a podcast sponsor in, so let's have a chat
True.
with them. You know, Audio and all that. Just exactly the opposite of what
DJI
they're
or
offering.
Costa.
just like send them an invoice after the podcast of like, hey guys, just after our integration here, like,
Yes.
here's
So an
our
audio
going
visual
rate.
podcast? No. Imagine that kind.
Were you
do
using
like a
any of
video
our
podcast.
products? Like, no. Not
I have
in the
lots of their
recording,
products.
but we
I
could.
do have lots of DJI's products.
Yeah.
Do they shoot lasers out of them as well? Is that how they work?
Yeah.
No, but
actually.
there is an attachment. It's not in the creator bundle.
As an attachment, it'll just compliment you daily as well. Like it's just such a good.
You're doing
You're doing
great.
great today. Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. You can do it.
I want one sold. Right.
And I think there is a strap that came with it. Yeah, a little gap to put a wrist strap. I literally want to get one of like the Wiimote wrist straps and put it on there. So you can just like
remember the
carry it
Nintendo
around
Wii?
like a.
Yeah, the way, yeah.
What's got the wrist strap thing there for it? And I'm like, it literally could, and you could just like drop it and it would dangle. But I want to
The wrist
specifically
strap,
get a
yeah,
Wiimote
if somebody's
wrist
trying to
strap.
snatch it is handy, yeah.
We get like a cute little like Japanese bedazzled one, little phone charm. Yeah.
Milo would look good like that, yeah.
Or a Zoë Two Dots one. Yeah, in the future, with good egg on it,
Yeah, phone straps. Yeah. There we go. Look out. Next bit of merch.
Ian, can we invest in one? Somehow on the podcast.
I've already been thinking about it. Since New York.
We have an Incensed podcast one.
So yeah. You can like a timeshare. You can like rent it out from the.
Well, I can use it during the week. Ian can use it on Saturdays and I'll stomach Sundays and get it for the week.
So it's like the podcast child. Splitting responsibility between us.
Yeah, we get custody, share custody of it.
Yeah. If all the schedules line up, that's great. Like resource saving though.
The problem is we don't want to record videos on the same day.
I'd love to see if the AI tracking could deal with the live recording at a live event and try and track between our faces, just be spinning around.
It's just
double tap on one face, can't you?
It's pretty decent, yeah. But it's a good idea to test in like a crowd how far away you could run off into the crowd.
But before we all jump onto Amazon and buy cameras, because I think that's definitely coming.
Oh, wait, I was going to say, we've totally derailed your podcast. Sorry in advance. But like,
it's all right. This is why we love having you here.
Friendship ended with Murasir memes. Do you know this meme? It's like an old, like ancient, like friendship ended with Murasir. Now so-and-so is my best friend. It's like the handshake. It's like friendship ended with Sony. Now Tosmo is my best friend. I'll send you one.
I love Sony, but DJI, that's where it's at these days.
We've just spent £2,000 between us, boys, due to that recommendation.
Actually, we kind of have. So before we get our wallets out, it is time for you to... Actually, you're here. Why am I playing the sound?
Come on, Zoe. Come on.
I can't hear the sound. What? I didn't hear the sound. Oh, wait, sorry.
Which dirty dogs, drop your incense. Drop your bloody incense.
we need an update every 12 months.
We need a new one.
Oi, you sleepy sailors, it's time to drop your incense.
So, oh dear. But if you do drop that incense and you get anything tasty, be that a hundo, shundo, nundo, or just something you want to flex about, you need to tag us on X, Instagram, Threads, or any of our other socials using the hashtag Shinies of the Week.
Could you clarify the spelling?
That we can. It is hashtag SHINIESOFTHEWEEK. Did you like how Milo and I tag teamed it last week? That was done in one take.
Nailed it. The Shinies of the Week.
One take, but practiced over 2 years?
One take out of order, and you just jig them around into the right order.
We all said the whole alphabet to make it work and pasted it together.
Out, yeah.
S.
There's no A in this. Are we really making this easy for us?
Why are we bothering with Z? What are we doing?
In case ZOE is on the podcast, just in case
we need to spell Zoë Two Dots.
Yeah. Don't just Z.
You never know.
It's not just E's, it's E umlaut.
Don't just say O and that umlaut thing. Exactly, Ian. Less of that. Come on now, be nice.
You got to record the.
And now, children, it's time for Getting to Know You with the Incensed podcast.
So, Getting to Know You. We outsource this one because, let's face it, we're all burnt out after the summer season. So we posted on X just the other day and we asked you to ask us anything. And, well, you did. So let's go through some of these questions. Zoe, you're going to be including these answers as well, of course. First question up is from our very own Barside2. Paul asks, what is your ambition or goal with this game? Getting hundos, chasing a full shiny dex, chasing stats. So, Zoe.
Existential crisis question. What is my intention with this game?
What am I even doing?
What are your intentions with my video game? I don't really chase hundos, I guess, except for the regionals because I'm psychotic. But I think for me with the game, it's mostly just like exploring, I guess. I don't have a specific I've got to get all the shinies, got to get all the hundos. I'd like to finish the Pokédex, so, get the regionals and stuff eventually. I think the last major one that I'm missing is Comfey, which that'll line up in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yeah, that'll be perfect.
But, Yeah, I think I just like to play the game and see where it takes me. But I guess if we're talking about like things that I prioritize, I love doing distance trades. That's like my thing. Where it's like I'll never have the most XP. I'll never have like the most shinies, but I live really far away, so I can do some nice distance trades when the time comes up. So I like doing trading for sure.
Yeah, it's a great question from Barca, because I think I've noticed my ambitions and goals have changed as time has passed playing this game. I used to want to chase the new shinies almost upon release, but I think when you're juggling other things around it, you've got to break that cycle. And I broke that cycle probably about 3 or 4 years ago, so actually took some of that want then away from me. I wasn't too bothered about new shinies. It has changed so much since doing the podcast and actually being more involved in the community and actually making time. And every event in the last 3 years has been talking to people, meeting up with people, touching base with people, just talking. And for me, the ambition around that is trading with people that need things. I like that. I even was prepared to give Zoe a flipping shiny patch of Ritson I did have another one of. So
I'm like, no.
But if
You tried
anyone
to
else
force
has
it on,
asked me
didn't you? Like, you take it.
I'm like, I won't take your only one.
But the joke aside, like I've already like got ones that I only got and I just gave it away because actually I like to see that joy and I think that's quite cool. So my ambitions and goals in the game at the moment is just helping other people complete things on my travels and other parts around the world. So yeah, definitely.
Big agree.
You wait for Milo's answer, so we've gone
He'd be like, shundos, baby, 1,000 shundos. You guys are scrubs. I have 1,000,000 shundos.
As the anime says, to be the very best.
Very nice. So you catch up to those Japanese players then?
Yeah. Try as best as I can. I enjoy playing the game to the max or maximum what I can kind of do with anything. Yeah, I've never mentioned it.
Yeah, he wasn't up at 4 o'clock every day in New York
exactly.
and playing until like 8, 9 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and that's the Ian, maximise on the experience. And everything. So.
I maximised on my sleep and it still didn't help.
And that was your call, I guess. I caught up afterwards.
Everybody Milo's had this question to me like, what? You were up at 4 a.m. every day?
Yeah.
Everybody.
Doing the raids and stuff because they started early?
Yeah, it was also because I had the FOMO of Madrid, so I didn't get to go to Madrid. I was like, I need to play catch up. But yeah, I guess like just maximising on what the game has to offer and seeking enjoyment through that, really.
Nice.
I will enjoy it.
Because I am fun.
Yes, you are. We've seen the hat. Yeah.
I just like that you didn't look deceased by the Sunday if you're getting up at 4 a.m. every day. Like, good on you.
He did. You should have seen him Sunday night.
I did. He was alive.
Yeah, we had an extensive conversation.
Yeah. He didn't seem absolutely shattered, which I would expect for getting up at 4 a.m. every day. So
I've been training for that for 3 or 4 years with 24-hour grinds. I was ready.
Damn, dude. He's on it.
And right in this first question, I can't really say anything that the three of you haven't. Well, I can. I'm not going to go into any of Milo's answer. But for me, my only real ambitions with the game haven't really changed from 2018, 2019, in that the game affords me a reason to go places and travel. And there are places I've been to through the game that I would never have chosen to go to. And there are places I've gone back to where I probably wouldn't have gone back to straight away without the game. It is the opportunity to travel. There is always a community aspect because you get to see people at these events and you get to know people. You get to start seeing the same sort of faces of people that go to these events. And that is always very, very nice. But for me, it is about the travel because I've realized in the last year that I am so much more casual than I once was with this game. And you know that... Sorry, Milo, put your fingers in your ears. That's okay.
Do you know what I loved about the New York episode, Ian? And it was quite funny. As you were recording it, I just got used to Milo going, "Oh, another shiny," and I was like, "Is he still playing the game?"
Everybody we were talking to, Milo was on his phone, literally playing, and everybody else was good as gold except for Kyle.
The cross.
That's because I can multitask somewhat here.
Well, but that's the poll tonight, everyone. We're going to audience.
Can you multitask?
Can Milo multitask? Yes or no?
You should do an extreme challenge where like you have to like bake a cake while also doing like a raid night or something.
Yes.
So like fully min-max.
There's a video idea for
We've got to make tiramisu. Well,
don't talk
playing
about
GoFest.
tiramisu. Starbucks Reserve had the best one. Seriously. Right, next question is, and there's a few to go actually, so we'll go through as many of these as time will permit. Mark Bailey asks, is there anywhere you'd not want to go if Niantic announced a GoFest there? Then in brackets, feel free to skip this question if it may offend anyone. Well,
North Korea? Valid. Not no shade on anyone who lives there, obviously, but like I would not go.
Russia's probably a place of avoid.
Yeah,
as well.
not going to do a GoFest. Right? Yeah, again, no shade to anyone who lives in any of these places. Like every individual, I'm sure, is a lovely individual, or anywhere where my rights would not be, hashtag being a woman or like solo traveler. If I could not do that safely, I would not go. Where, insert country where that applies. I guess it'd be like a case by case basis, but none have really popped up so far. Too bad. But I would.
Anywhere that's massively politically unstable would probably not be the best place to go to.
And not for not wanting to go to these places or see and explore new places, but more just like
live
the safety
events,
aspect.
probably not the best.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it, some of us would say Bristol's not a safe place to go to.
Croydon GoFest.
So what you got against the West Country?
Well, for Milo, Newcastle wouldn't be a safe place to go.
So the north of England for me.
Why is it? Was
Milo
Newcastle got
the whole
beef?
northeast of England a few weeks ago.
But Milo thinks that Sunderland play at St. James's Park.
Question.
Oh, okay. Well, just say that like that you got friends from Newcastle, Australia, and we'll bridge the gap. Like you're friends with the Aussie Newcastle, and like she's vouched for you, and it was just an oopsie doopsie.
In the land down under.
Yeah, it was just an oopsie doopsie, and it's all good. we'll mend the relationship with the UK and Newcastle.
Damn right. Yeah. Yes, you guys have gone down the probably unsafe kind of countries, I guess. I'm trying to think of somewhere massively inconvenient to get to.
Australia?
Island?
Yeah.
Australia.
Please don't say Australia.
Let's go to the island that is renowned for getting every event first and every event wrong.
Kiribati. The Kiribati Island.
It would be really. That's one of the places I would actually eventually like to go and visit because of
I've looked at the
Christmas Island crabs. It'd be great.
I have sussed out flights.
Have you?
Yeah. It's like a whole process, but it's very tempting.
It's doable.
I would love to see a vlog on that. So, aka like Nick's one.
Yes.
When he went over to
Granada,
that was it.
Yeah.
I want you, Zoe, on the thumbnail. Believe it or not, in brackets, I am the only player.
I'm the only player.
Yeah, I'm the only player.
Yeah. True. But everything's lured up and all the gyms have got like immediate raid lobbies. Like there you go. It's me standing in the field doing like the looking around, hands up, like where is everyone? But like the raid boss is getting taken down.
This is the wildlife. The native wildlife all have phones and they're playing the game.
Exactly. Yeah. You're like, let's go meet the community.
I'm now
just like
looking at the memes that we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
There's very few places, I think,
Mark wouldn't go anywhere that's west.
No, so I wouldn't go to New York. I think they've had enough now.
I ain't getting on no airplane, and that's it.
I think they've had far too many. They've got a diverse. I mean, it's a really great question because I've said this many a time before. GoFest is the pinnacle, and GoFest Global is a new concept, newish concept, which allows everyone to get an opportunity to play something. But it's never the same as GoFest, and we're lucky because we've experienced both. But they need to get it in more places. They've got to keep moving the locations.
I agree.
The 3 dots have got to be in different places all the time.
Yeah.
It's in the same continents and that, because they've got to diversify it. And like we said, it's all having these filler events, which are new concepts and whatever they are. City safaris are more recently a newer concept in some safari zones, but they've just got to move them around a bit.
I agree. So I think it's like even if there's a place that I wouldn't go to, I don't think that should deprive anyone from getting a city safari in their area. Like ideally, everyone should get one at the end of the day. Maybe it won't be a full-on GoFest, but the city safari is still fun. There's still something like physically set up, like to do the exclusives to catch. Like the vibe is good. There's still some photo opportunities and things like that. So I think they should try to get them as many as they can
as well. So we're never going to have an event in
GoFest China.
Anyway.
True.
Google black spots.
India might be a place that'll get one. That'd be interesting.
That'd be
That's
great.
a great market, yeah.
Their community is amazing. Like that would be such a turnout.
So next question is from Jonah Bailey, and he asks, what shiny Pokemon has eluded you the most?
For the longest time, it was Wurmple, but I finally course corrected that the last time it had the party hat. And then it was Paris, and I traded one this season and then Go Plus one in New York. So I think at the moment maybe Goldeen, like it's still one of the Gen 1 ones that I still don't have, but I also never see it. I haven't really been Chasing. I can't think of anything top of mind besides that. It's just one of the ones that's been out for forever and I still don't have would be now Goldane. Yeah.
For me, it would be Venonat.
Really?
I have one of trade, and to this day, I still don't have one, even since Kanto Tour back in the day.
For a really long time, it was Dunsparce.
Yes, it was.
It was like 3 or more years, but like not many checks because it didn't spawn a lot back in the day. And then it took City Safari Barcelona to actually give me one, and it only gave one out of the entire.
Did you get one at GoFest Global the other year?
No.
Did you not?
No, I didn't even get one at Johto Tour, mate.
Damn, that's brutal.
So it was really holding out, but I'd say probably now it would be Cherubi.
Oh,
because it's so rare, and you've never ever hatch it. Sometimes it's not in eggs. It was released in like 22 or something like that, a long time ago, and only picked it up thanks to Sinnoh, but again, Sinnoh won, and that was it. Thanks, LA.
My one, like, I was thinking about it because, like, I've had chases before.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about ones that have been in the game the longest because that's technically a chase in the first minute it goes in the game. And when I was at the Isle of Wight Festival 3 weeks ago, I hatched my first ever shiny Pichu, and that had been in the game since August 17. And that was the first one I'd got, and I'd never traded for one, never had one. And when I got it, even I was like, oh my days, finally.
I traded for one last year, but I still have not hatched one. Wow. Still haven't hatched one. Like, that thing is elusive.
Absolutely. But, even just after GoFest Global, and I feel like I've been chasing a Mulga forever.
Still no more. Are you serious? Alan has got so many for you. I'll tell him to put one aside. I'll tell him that there's a beautiful trade in God knows how many months' time.
Just imagine that lucky trade.
Yeah, get lucky friends somehow.
Alan will bless it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah. It kind of made me laugh when Alolan Grima didn't have the party hat on and he got the shiny in the wall. I went, yeah. Exactly.
Like, of course he would.
It hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we've only got a couple more questions to go, and I think the next few will be a bit more quick fire. Life Langleo says, what do you think is the possibility that there may eventually be 6 GoFests in the summer? First round Japan, then Australia. Second round Europe, then Africa. Third round North America, then South America. I'd love to get a Southern Hemisphere GoFest.
Would be cool, because then they're kind of clustered in the same region. Yeah, that'd be sick. I mean, I don't know about the practicality, because then it's like, obviously, besides just the players attending, like Niantic has to send their staff to all these places.
Exactly.
And that expense.
Personnel.
And having them also, I guess, I don't know what their workers' rights are in depending what, country because they've got a global team, but it might not be legal to have people working those sorts of hours that close together, depending what the flying out, fly in setup time is, where it's like, I need a break. I need to actually sleep between shifts. Yeah,
that's true.
And also just it's the safety responsibility aspect. But I'd be, if they had the manpower for it, where it's like the Northern Hemisphere team and the Southern Hemisphere team or something, that'd be really cool. It'd be a lot. It'd be hectic, but it would be
insane.
It'd be.
I wonder if they'd have to double them up, like they doubled London and having Osaka last year.
2 in EMEA,
APAC
2
goes
in America.
first, then Europe and Africa.
Because it's still the same time zone to manage, I guess. Yeah.
Yes. Same time zone. That would be a good call. But there's never been a Southern Hemisphere GoFest.
Yeah, no.
That's there. Everything's always been Northern Hemisphere based. So yeah, maybe.
I'd be more curious to see if they did it as the 3 Northern Hemispheres in your guys' summer, and then do 3 Southern Hemispheres in our summer, or in our spring, autumn, because then it's it's still maximizing on the good weather, because if you did it all in the middle of the year, it'll be cold as balls, which again, it doesn't necessarily snow in Australia or certain places in Latin America, whatever else, depending where you hosted it. You're not going to go host a GoFest like Barrington Tops where it is snowing.
You have one summer, one winter.
But if they did it through our summer or spring, then it's kind of still, it's like a rolling GoFest almost.
I think they should put all GoFests in everywhere spring, so it doesn't get stupidly hot.
I agree.
It doesn't get stupidly humid, and just do it like that. That would be lovely, wouldn't it?
That's not a bad point, because considering that I was thinking about this today, the summer season is 6 weeks. We do 3 IRL GoFests, and global within the space of 6, maybe 7 weeks, including global.
Yeah,
it's insane. I mean, for like Zoe's been around the whole world in that time, it's insane. It really is.
Yeah.
I like the idea of back coupling them up, maybe, and like you could like if it gives more dots and more places to get them, and like you said, they can organise the logistics of it. Take all the sensible stuff out of the way. Imagine they could do it. It'd be amazing, because I think there's this fear that they miss out. They don't want to take one away from an area because there's only 3 of them, and they feel like they're going to upset too many people by taking one out of there. If they've got additional ones, then you can experiment then, can't you, around the staple ones potentially?
Or if there was like the big, like cool, like there's always going to be a GoFest in Japan or something. Like, here's the GoFest, but for like the next weekend after that, there's like a city safari in Australia, Hong Kong, like Singapore, whatever, like still in that like area. So you could like leave Japan, maybe attend one of those on your way home if you were traveling, or, you know, if it's your city, you're like, oh my God, I'm finally getting one. Okay, I don't need to go to Japan to have a GoFest. I'm going to have a closer one for a city safari. So it's kind of like that, keeping that excitement of the middle of the year GoFest season excitement up, but then not having to have the literal boots on the ground manpower that a GoFest needs. Yeah.
Totally.
Well, I think that's enough questions looking at runtime. Thank you very much to everybody who posted something on our social media regarding this. But quickly, before we get into the meat of the show, a very, very quick sort of wrap-up review of New York City GoFest 2024. And since 3 of us here were actually at the event, why don't we throw it over to Marky? What was the outside perspective looking in on the very sweaty Randall's Island? Because that was all we seemed to be talking about. Editing that show, it's just like
sweat.
every section,
conversation
sweat,
came back to
sweat,
how
sweat.
wet we were.
It's a really good question, because like in real time I wasn't following any of it. So like when GoFest was on at the weekend, you know, as everybody knows, real life, everyone's got real life.
Yeah.
However, my experience and when it was played in the parallel event that we had around the world was finally they got it right by having the featured new Pokemon spawning pretty much everywhere. Big tick, Ducklet everywhere. And I've got to say that was a success. And again, I've watched all your vlogs, you know, and I think the problem with watching vlogs is you only see the first person experience. So actually, all I'm seeing is you getting on a ferry going to a bit of land. I'm not seeing the island. I'm not actually experiencing anything that shows me what Randall's Island is. All I ascertained from it was still a building site, so that hadn't progressed a year down the line.
It was a slightly wider building site.
A slightly bigger path.
Yeah, but from the playing aspect, and which is what everybody wants to hear about, is that it was probably just as good as last year. Same gyms, same poker stops. Spawns were really good. As with the City Play Expert, I think the City Play Experience, I should say, probably not as good away from the island for certain facets of it, but for the general spawns appearing pretty good. And do you know what? For me, I think I'd get more excitement with exploring New York, playing the game, because it's New York at the end of the day. I'd love to go and see that. So it sounds like you all had great times. It certainly looked like you all had a great time, minus the obvious weather issues.
The swampiness.
But hey, swampiness. But God, let's face it, it could have been worse. It could have been like Berlin, where it was hammering it down with rain. And no one could play it on their screen, let alone see it on their screen in the heat. I get it, it's one or the other.
We couldn't see it on our screens, it was that hot.
I've got to say, I was a bit good I wasn't there. But again, it wasn't in real time. I wasn't thinking about it when it was being played. It was when I was watching it over the days afterwards. So, yeah, look good. You guys did a cracking job, as always, covering it, Zoe included.
Preach.
And it was nice to listen to the podcast today, fresh before we recorded tonight. Just felt fun. It felt like it was the end of a long season, minus Worlds, but in Pokemon GO Worlds, it was a nice way to end it. And I think that's wholesome. So, yeah, it felt good. Did you get out of it what you wanted? What was your highlights? Did the game play well from a first-person perspective, actually there doing it? And if Randall's Island hosted it again next year, would you go back for the third time? They're sort of the questions I'm curious to know answers to.
Would I go back? I guess because it's well, I'm familiar with the process now, but Randall's Island is a nightmare to leave and to get to sometimes. It's just it's a bit of a, I know there's the free bus thing, but then they just go and drop you in the middle of some back streets where it's I don't think this is a very safe area for everyone to be getting off the bus. And everyone's trying to get an Uber to leave that spot. But I don't know, I think gameplay wise, it was fun. I really wish I had gotten a bit more time in the city, but I just got so overheated in Central Park that I was I need to sit down or I'm going to be ill. So the heat definitely got the best of me on the second day. I was trying to not be.
You were on for passing out that day.
Yeah, I was I might have a vom in the. So I was just sat in the media room for a while once I got to the island. I mean, gameplay wise was fun. Everyone was having a good time. I think the main thing being the heat just really does impact the experience in a way where it's you don't want to let it, ruin the day. It didn't ruin the event, but it was just noticeably challenging because of it compared to other events where you can just kind of not worry about it and just it doesn't even pop up, no one even mentions the weather and you just cruising around playing, having a good time. But yeah, got the shinies that I wanted. Buzzwole was an absolute pest until the last day, finally got it. But yeah, overall happy people, happy times for me. It's always good to just go and see people, because that's the big thing for me for the live events is I don't get to see that many people in my day. No one's lining up to say hello in my room, because that'd be kind of weird. But I don't get to see the community every single day, and especially the international community. So having that, I'm just getting to spend time and chatting to people is 2 thumbs up, no complaints. Always a good time. Yeah,
I'll definitely feed off of that with the pockets really of where people were congregating and playing in significant numbers. Bryant Park on day 1, 2, and 3 was definitely a place that people met up. But Central Park, we mentioned it on the live recording, the boost of gyms and stops there, it just brought everybody together into one place. And yeah, seeing so many people at the live event is always a wonderful thing. But compared to last year, I don't know, I felt like I got more out of the city experience this time round, but oddly without going around as much of the city as we did before.
That's because you're Central Park most of the time, yeah.
Central Park most of the time, and sort of going to specific places that I wanted to go and see. So I went to the Edge on the Saturday, on the morning, and sort of wandered around Bryant Park on the Friday morning. So last year we were doing the hop on, hop off bus, which we didn't really hop off of. We just hopped on, kept going in loops, which when you're playing the game, you don't really look up typically unless you're making a video clip in our line of work of what we do. So I enjoyed the city experience a lot more, and that might be down to the raid game and the people who are out there. There were lots and lots of people in the same sort of boat as me, chasing the raids and wanting to gun for them. The park, it was kind of the same as last year, but seeking the shade was definitely an important factor.
Yeah.
And I know the heat hit a lot of people. It hit me at certain points. Particularly, was it the Saturday when I
was the worst
I left you at the ferry port, Ian, and I decided to walk from the ferry port up to Central Park.
Walk? I think you ran, didn't you? Pretty much.
Pretty much. It was like speed walking, the Olympic sport.
Uphill, literally uphill.
Literally uphill. I turned at what Apple Maps said was 52 minutes into 27.
Jesus.
Number.
And it was the right number. It was all heavily calculated, Marky. But I arrived and people were like, are you okay?
Yeah.
You look like you've just leapt out of the East River. But the issues with getting off of Randall's Island, this is the thing. It was sort of, I don't really want to go back to New York for another GOFest for a third year in a row. There are so many other places, even just on the East Coast, that
But if rumors persist, we might do.
I know, but it's just really a third year in a row.
Unless or something. Put it somewhere random. Just go
something else. Try something else. Because I was talking to GoCast Chris about this, and Seattle in 22 was really, really good as an experience.
Great location.
It would be really cool to go back there. People have thrown around, places in Florida, perhaps, or something like that.
Florida without the humidity.
There are so many, but there are so many places you could go with it, and you think, I don't really. I mean, Randall's Island. Yeah, I like the ferry, but unless the construction is actually done and gone, then we can experience the island as
that ramp
perhaps it
is
was
about
intended.
halfway done, so maybe it will be finished by next year.
Maybe for the 3rd year.
Yeah.
What about you, Ian?
I do agree. If it is a 3-year deal they've got with the City of New York, hopefully it's a different part. But if it's Randall's Island again, it's just the accessibility that's an issue. You either pay $35 a day for the ferry, or you're chancing it with buses and Ubers to a quite inaccessible place, or walking over that bridge up on 125th Street. It's not easy to get to. The gameplay is great on Randall's Island. I totally love that. And everybody we met there is fantastic. In terms of the city experience, I can't say anything that Zoe and Milo haven't already said. It's always good, the city experience, and it gets you to do a little bit of sightseeing while still playing the game. I don't think the city experience was quite as good as it was last year, but it was still very, very good, and I still totally enjoyed it. But New York as a city is just, I love New York. But with the greatest of love for New York, I would rather it's somewhere else next year.
Announcing now, 2025.
Extended the contract. We're now there until the end of the decade.
Yeah, we've changed the deal to a 5-year deal. That's New York GOFest, pretty tied up. And let us move on to... We've not played a game yet, and we've been talking for well over half an hour. So it's time for a classic.
Chasing the tail, chasing the tail. Tail to chase, it's chasing the tail.
Ayo.
This was a standout game last week, actually, in New York. Getting the community to play this was hilarious.
I don't know if I played this one.
I stand by it. That jingle is brilliant. So it is a second week in a row, is it? Because this was played.
Yes, it was a live show.
Last week. Yeah.
It was played. No, we're not playing what Ducklet for a second week in a row. That would be torture.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Milo's
got them already on the screen.
But no, we are going to be playing Chasing the Tail. And Chasing the Tail, if this is your first time of listening to the show, and hopefully we have got some new ears listening to this one, it is a word association game involving the names of Pokemon. One person will name a Pokemon, and the next player has got to think of a Pokemon beginning with the last letter of the aforementioned Pokemon.
Oh, God.
Okay. Oh, it sounds fun. So if I say Pikachu, Zoe, what would you say?
Umbreon.
There we go.
Oh my God.
I really thought that then. But as our players have played in it over the... How long have we been playing this game for? It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while.
A couple of years, yeah.
A year and a half, or probably 2 years.
2 more years.
It sounds simple, doesn't it? However, when we add a few extra little mechanics to the game, it can unravel even the most confident Pokemon trainer, as we have heard, myself included. Milo, no silent letters at the end of Pokemon Please Tonight. Let's play clean and play nicely. So, 2 of the simple little additional rules that we have is you cannot repeat the name of the same Pokemon if it has been said before, irrespective of it being a previous round. Once it's been played, it is done. It is banished. And if you take an excessive amount of time to think of an answer, we say roughly about 5 seconds in, or is it 1 second when you're in a good mood?
3 to 5 seconds.
Depends on how he feels.
It depends how I feel, yeah.
It's like, like about that long, you know.
we were generous to the people on Randall's
Approximately.
Island.
You will hear a buzzing noise to rule you out. So we will play in a certain order, and we'll look as I'm looking on my quadrant screen ahead of me. I've got Ian is to the right, so Ian will go after me, followed by Zoe, and then Milo, and then Milo will play it back to me. And then the person that loses that round gets the pleasure of starting the next round and then letting the madness unfold in front of them. So, without further ado, I will start the first round. And Ian, my Pokemon to you, my friend, is Lapras.
Swaddle.
Emolga.
Aggron.
Nincada.
Arctibax.
Zatu.
Ooh. Uxie.
Eevee.
Espeon.
Necrozma.
Alakazam.
Mudkip.
Ooh, pour me.
Inteleon?
What's that ending? Noibat?
Teddy Ursa.
Ambipom.
Maractus.
Sylveon.
Oh, Noibat? Have we had Noibat?
I said that.
Yeah.
I was going to say that was a rally.
Good rally.
Yeah, that was a good
That
gravy.
was a rally.
That was brutal. That was good, though. That was good. So,
I was
know
like,
why?
I'm like, we're professionals. Yeah.
Global GoFest is fresh in our minds.
Yeah, it's gone off the spawns of like, what did I catch this week?
Like, what was in this biome?
well, as the listeners usually experience, it goes rapidly downhill. After
It does after the first
It
round.
really does.
So I'm going to pick the one I should have mentioned when I had a brain freeze then. Nido King.
Kecleon.
Nido King, Enter the Jesus.
Oh, it's Enter the Jesus. That's not the first time I've done that either.
There we go. Quickly unravels.
See, Mark jinxed it. He told me that it goes rapidly downhill, and it really does.
It did.
Okay, so Zoe, it is a head-to-head between you and Whitfield with a Mexican standoff.
Back and
Mexican
forth.
standoff.
Your final starting Pokemon for the win is everyone's favourite, Wiglet.
Golett. Wait,
Ending
Wiglet
with
with a T. Oh god, no! Where
Should we
did
do
the
that again?
G from? I got the X. Wiglet, Golett.
She did a U, Ian.
Yeah, literally.
It's
I won.
7 a.m. I demand a rematch.
I won by technicality.
Damn it, I'm stupid. T.
mental.
Tatsugiri. Damn it.
We said it quickly unfolded. I thought we'd get at least a chain.
Wow.
A chain of one would have been good.
In my
Mark
defense,
manifested by
I'm
telling us it was going to go downhill quickly.
This downhill, and that's rapid. That was something rapid.
That's beautiful.
Oh, well done, everybody.
GG's champions.
Milo is the game lord.
Milo is the game.
I'll get him next time,
I don't feel I
fellas.
deserve it.
You don't, but let's move on.
You don't mind.
So last weekend was Global GoFest. And we've all talked a little bit about New York, and a couple of weeks ago we talked about Madrid. Let's have a quick chat about Global GoFest. So just top line, how we played, where we played, and sort of our overall thought on the spawns, the gameplay, and the event as a whole.
Mark, look out. Here's
Mark.
Here's the man of the hour.
Hey.
Alan.
There's a lot of A's happening for you. Hold on, let me give Alan the head. Sorry to interrupt. There you go. Put the headphones on. Going. Oh, Jesus.
Hello, brother. How we doing?
How are we doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
Oh, not bad. It's kind of England weather over here. It's under
So
10
you look well wrapped up, mate.
No,
under 10
we've got it
degrees.
over here, trust me.
Yeah, we didn't say over. We've got the rain, we've got the cold weather.
Yeah, you know how we feel like now. In the summer here.
I can finally say hello, Alan.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't in Madrid. Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
I missed out so badly.
Alan, while we've got you, how did you find your GoFest Global this past weekend?
Well, it was great. I went on a pub crawl.
Nice.
So I just played with my Go Plus for most of it.
Fair play.
But yeah, some pretty cool shinies. I hatched two shiny Emolgas in one batch of eggs, which probably upset people. So
That's where Mark's going to get one from.
yeah.
You really are the shiny charm, aren't you?
I'll trade you one at Worlds.
Oh, you fucker.
I gotta hit the road and go to work, but I'll leave you guys to it.
Good to see you, mate.
Lovely. Nice to meet
It's
you,
lovely
mate.
to hear you on the show.
Talk to us then, Zoe. How was your GoFest?
Oh, it was
Global.
good. It was good. Alan abandoned us to go catch up with friends. So he was, Go Plussing it up. So the first day, mine was pretty low key. Caught up with a friend who hadn't played a GoFest before. So it was mostly just the two of us waddling around. Got pretty lucky for the shinies. I don't think there was anything that I really need. I mean, there's stuff that I was missing, but there was nothing that I was like crazy, like I need to get the this one or whatever. It's kind of like whatever happens, which was good. And then the Sunday we went to Spears Point Park, which is kind of like on Lake Macquarie, which is like the biggest lake in the Southern Hemisphere, I'm pretty sure, or the biggest saltwater lake or something. Good spot, massive park, and good turnout of people. Apparently, like the Saturday there was like over 200 people rocked up, which was nice because we haven't had like a crazy, I feel like we haven't had like a massive Newcastle gathering since pre-COVID, honestly, because everyone kind of became very pocketed, playing in like their little suburbs. They made their own little groups for raids and stuff and would do their own like 30 person sort of thing. So it's good to have like just a bunch of people rock up to the one spot, doing this little walk loop of gyms, just perfectly resetting for the raids as well. So it's kind of like waddling around, hatching some eggs. The eggs did not treat me well. I hatched a rock ruff before the event from a 10k egg from New York, and I was like, well, that's not even part of the thing. I think Alan hatched a Jangmo O before the event started.
Of course he did.
And then his Emolga, his Emolga hatches, I don't know if they were during the event or like he hatched them post-event, but he probably picked them up during the event hours. But I had no luck for hatching during. I still got, I think, 6 left to go. But I feel like everyone's getting crazy lucky in the lead up, like that lead up eggs thing. I saw so many shinies bopping around. But yeah, overall was good though. I got a good little spread of stuff. The weather, didn't go too crazy, rain. So yeah, thumbs up. Good people, good vibes, good trades. Finally got to redistribute some regionals to people.
Nice.
I was like, please take them.
You always feel bad for deleting the regionals, don't you, when you've just been around like
I don't.
GoFest.
My storage is cooked.
Madrid GoFest.
Yeah.
And Japan.
But yeah, I'm just like, I've got like a backpack, like a rucksack just full of regionals. And I'm like, please someone take these from me.
Please help me.
Please. Help.
I got my screen on, like most of us did on Monday, telling us what our gameplay was like for the previous week. And I went heavy on the eggs as soon as those 7k eggs were available with the lead up to GoFest Global. I say heavy. Milo will multiply this figure.
Milo would have been capped every day on his eggs.
Capped every day.
Yeah.
But my screen on Monday said I hatched 101 eggs, which for me is a lot of eggs. And I hatched 2 shiny crab rollers from those eggs. So that was
nice.
quite
nice.
Ooh.
But I think the thing that I enjoyed the most was
you didn't get that in Madrid, did you, the crab roller?
No, I traded for it, so I didn't get my own one. But the thing I was really impressed with is I walked 60 kilometres in that week, for me, which is a lot.
Far out,
and actually over the weekend, I walked quite a lot. And I was, I played it on both days. Very similar to what you said. First day, played it with one of my mates over here. So it'd be a good catch-up time for us too, because we hadn't seen each other for a while. And we chilled out for the best part of 5-6 hours. Then I had a bit of Alan's World. We had a beer festival in the afternoon, early evening. So I did that with my wife, and that was quite fun for the rest of the day. Played it around life, which was quite nice. And then Sunday, I just grinded it on my own actually for about 5-6 hours. It was quite nice being outside with nature. Lovely day. Sunday was a nicer day. Just not getting the shinies that I wanted from it. But I then watched an informative PoGoMiloUK UK vlog after it had finished and learned about roots, spawning all 3 of the new ones on it, which I knew nothing about when I was playing the flipping game.
Yay! I'm glad that was mentioned in the game somewhere.
It wasn't. I got the notification this morning about that in the game. They're never in real time.
Perfect time.
No.
Joking, wasn't it? I did it.
I was like, get ready for Global GoFest. And I'm like, that was yesterday, my guy.
Yeah.
But same comments as you, Zoe, and I'm sure we've all probably got successes from it that we're very happy about. For me, my success was in the lead up to GoFest Global when I got my 98% shiny circuitry from the research task.
Yes.
That was
phenomenal.
And it was nice to get it for that little exclusive period before we could all attack it for those sort of 3 days. It was quite nice to have it in there. But I would say I just felt like I preferred the Sunday. For me, I loved the mixed spawns consistently. It felt like you weren't just chasing one thing for an hour. It was quite nice having them all there. And it took a little while for Sunday to get going in terms of some of the luck. But then when it did start to sort of go pop off, as I'd call it, it was very enjoyable. I left it still needing some, which is probably a good thing. And it was Jangmo no for me over the whole weekend.
Same, actually.
I was firing the raids at you, mate.
Oh, no.
Yes, you were, Ian. Oh my God!
Everyone I saw, I thought, I know Milo would be chasing the Jangmo. I thought Mark would be.
And I had my final 6 eggs, which I hatched yesterday, and it wasn't in there.
So June next year, mate. Not long to wait.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, Milo, remember that.
My global GoFest was a mostly local one, and I did go over to Kensington Gardens where Ian was playing for day one, which a note on that Kensington Gardens meetup was organised by Stars, community ambassador for London, organised on the Sunday for, I think, all 10 London community ambassadors to link up.
Oh, nice.
And it ended up being like a 1,200 plus person check-in or something. It was the biggest check-in event, I think, on Campfire totally, which was insane.
That's awesome.
So that was wild to see that.
Yeah.
They managed to get extra gyms and stops put in around this area of the park, a bit like New York had, which was amazing work, and very lucky to have got that sort of thing put in. But in terms of personal success, the lead up event was very nice with the first batch of eggs hatched. And yes, you said it before, I did maximize on the eggs every day.
What a surprise.
Had to be done. Managed to hatch shiny Corsola on the Monday straight out, which was great. And a crab, and then back-to-back ducklet over the course of the weekend. So it's already 4 shinies in. I was like, cool. Really, the Global Go Fest for me was like, I want to chase the shiny Xurkitree in both the remote raids on the Friday and over the course of the weekend, plus the local ones. And if I can, chase some Monocrosma. Wild Spawn was a bit like, I was not expecting to get Jangmo-O, to be honest. I was like, I had good luck last year with Goomy. Jangmo-O is going to be painful. And literally the first Jangmo-O I encountered was a shiny from an egg.
Oh, this is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean, Zoe.
You're just like, you're just fighting against.
I was like, oh my God, that's wild.
Oh, well, I bet you said that.
Must be nice.
Oh my God, it's wild.
So wild.
Well, it is very posh like that. Oh dear.
Oh my goodness.
This is so
I was pleasantly surprised that decided to grace my screen.
So Whitfield, did you end up in the 2 Jangmo-O club, or did you get the family?
3.
Ooh.
Get out. Okay, kick him from the chat. Kick him from the...
So, hatched one, and I was like, I wasn't raiding for it on the Saturday at all. I did like one local raid for it, but mostly chasing the Ultra Beasts. And then...
I've just muted him, guys.
I think he needs to be muted. Look at him, he's so nonchalant with it, isn't he? He's like, so I was just focusing on the Ultra
So
Beasts.
basically what I did was I got everything, and by Sunday I had like double of everything, so like, it must be nice.
I haven't finished being smug yet. So Ian witnessed my second Jangmo in Kensington Gardens.
Yes, I did, yes.
Which was nice. And again, shout out to GoCast Chris. One of his remote raids quite late on the Sunday evening was the 3rd shiny.
He was firing those raids over to us all.
They were in the wild.
Yeah.
No,
So
the Sunday
right,
especially. The Sunday I saw like 6 of them. Full stop.
This was something I'd agree on, definitely. They were practically non-existent on the Sunday, and because of how heavy the Ultra Beast raids were, it's not like the previous years where Axew in 2022 and then Goomy 23 was spawning in loads of raids and people were firing invites. Everyone was kind of focusing on the Ultra Beasts and the Crosma, so trying to get them was tricky. So if you got one, amazing, very well done. In terms of the general gameplay, I loved the routes. Utilization was amazing. Okay. Routes.
You got to. You have to.
How's the pronunciation for party play?
Party with a D. Party play.
Party play. That feature, the way that feature was utilized for this GoFest is perhaps the best utilization of that feature since its input to the game.
Yeah, it's like easy tasks and encounters.
Yes,
like with
it
the
was
thing
so
that you want.
Good. So
tick, do that
after
again.
Seeing that when I was leaving New York, I was like, oh, they're doing extra party play stuff for these Pikachu encounters. I didn't get any Pikachu shinies in New York. I needed to get them, and I got the whole set. That was kind of the goal for me, really, for the Wild Spawn. So I was happy with it. But otherwise, like those party play tasks just made me sort of catch and check a bit of everything, because you want to do the great throws and the catches and everything. So it's like, I'll just go for a bit of everything, and came out with a lot more than I intended or wanted to get, but they're all shinies are good shinies, really.
Absolutely.
Well, they're not though, are they?
Well,
if you've got a Hoppip, you're not going to say that was a good shiny.
Thankfully didn't get that, but I did hatch a Budew, which was less enthusing. So I watched Miles' video and was like, oh, Budgie, no one wants that. I was like, yes, you're right.
No one
so
wants
right.
the Budgie.
I was so confused about the Budgie. I'm like, did they get Budgie confused with Cherim? Because I'm like, Cherim is day and night, but I'm like, is Roselia day and night? Am I getting confused? Like,
I just thought, Budgie, let's throw that in the mix. Why not?
Yeah, I'm like, Cherubi would have made sense because of the day and night thing. But I'm
yes.
Like,
that would
did someone
work.
just get confused with the plants and just stick one in? I'm like,
Let's put the Budgie.
Stick it in there.
They got the wrong Gen 4 baby. I think put them in and flip them around. Yeah. I loved the raiding scene. That no remote raid cap was amazing. Yes, it did bleed me dry, but it was fully worth it in the end, getting a lot of shiny Xurkitree, which I was pleased with. I think 11 out of 90 or so
shiny
raids.
11
shiny Xurkitree. That electric cable tie was very, very pleasant to me. And
how do we mute him again, Ian?
I can do it quite easily.
Ian's got the power.
Yeah,
do it before I end my segment.
I can actually boot him as well. I don't have to mute. I can actually
don't, because it will make my nightmare in the edit, please.
Sorry,
mute's fine.
I can put him in the green room as well if I don't boot him.
Any further than that interrupts the audio track.
Breakout room.
I will find you, Ian.
Quit the podcast. He'll go to HR. He'll go to HR over it.
HR, exactly. Incensed HR. We're going to put him into Incensed HR.
That's the next level up. The final bit of smugness I'll have is the lucky trade I did with Ash in Kensington Gardens, where I'd done so many lucky trades for Shining the Crossbow in New York and got like 93s and catch card stuff, and it's like they all went okay, and you don't expect the Schlundo to.
He's just muted you again.
Do you know what?
You know what's coming.
He got a 10-10-10.
Yeah, he got the floor. Yeah,
he got the floor. He was buzzing.
Must have won a lucky trade.
I was invested in it. I was like, did you get the Hunter? So Schlundo.
I was waiting for the moment.
I broke the lucky trades and got the 10-10-10 floor. No, the Schlundo Necrozma, which just made the weekend for me. Because that was a huge chase. So now you.
And Ash got one, didn't he, in New York, didn't he, as well? So he got the Schlundo.
He got a Schlundo Tropius from a trade.
I think it all started out with you handing the Schlundos out in Madrid, Mark, and it just seemed to like.
You were the instigator.
I gave 2 out. Bloody hell.
So that's it, because it's all sort of
you
circling
gave one to
through.
Francesco, excuse the pun, and then Francesco handed one out, and it kind of worked its way back to Milo. I was somehow missed in that loop. Yeah,
it always does that. In it always does that.
So thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
In advance. But now you can officially mute me because it's over to Ian.
And I did enjoy the Global GoFest. As Milo said, I did go down to Kensington Gardens in London because Stars, the community ambassador of London, put on or hosted an event with, I couldn't even count the number of people there. It's probably the only photo a community ambassador posted that never actually made it onto X, but it was like humongous, the amount of people that were there. I think from what he was telling us, it was the largest number of people at a meetup in the UK ever.
Massive,
it was insane. So much so that one of the networks, my network O2, couldn't cope with it. So it actually felt like one of the OG GoFests in that you had signal glitchiness and you had to find a good area to play the game in. But it was a fantastic day. The Saturday was amazing. The spawns, again, on paper, nothing to shout about, but they made you want to chase things, and there was nothing I particularly needed from this one other than the shiny Corsola and Morlul. And I did get a shiny Corsola and
what happened?
Didn't learn from a previous experience with Incenses and went into AR mode.
Ian.
Rip.
Look, I may have done a very similar thing, Ian. So
yeah, I'll never learn. I'm a blithering idiot. So didn't get my redemption. Lost the shiny Corsola. But going back to the Jangmo-O, on the very first raid, at like 2 minutes past 10, there was a Jangmo-O spawn on the gym that was actually at the Albert Memorial. Thank you very much, Francesco.
Like this one, this Corsola that's gone to heven, like my one.
Yeah, literally, that is mine.
A similar thing happened to me.
Zoe,
and I couldn't catch it. Yeah. It just got trapped in the void, and I was like, pour one out for Corsola. I'm like, well, that's gone to
what I would say
shiny
to you
heaven.
I think we need like a shiny Corsola lost support group.
Yeah. Yeah.
He looks happy.
I did get another one. Though, so. Yeah, he's like,
It's at peace.
yeah, it's achieved everything I wanted in life. Yeah.
That's how it turns into the Galarian version.
Oh
yes.
no!
Oh no!
So sad.
That's sad.
It is.
That's sad.
So many people lost a shiny course. Like Mike Newcomb's, bless him. He lost one off of his Go Plus Plus. But I said to him, "You never look at your journal." When he said, "Look,
never look at it."
Rule number one.
Your journal.
Yeah.
But going back to the Jangmo raid, the reason I mentioned Mike Newcomb's, other than losing the shiny Corsola, was Mike Newcomb's on the first raid at the Albert Memorial got the shiny Jangmo.
Nice.
Francesco, I am Prius, one of our admins, on the first raid, first one of all of us to check it, he got the shiny Jangmo, and boy did he let us know about it.
Of course he did.
Shiny.
I also got the shiny Jangmo on the first raid at 3 minutes.
I'm surprised
past 10.
the shockwave from
Nice.
Francesco didn't level trees.
And that was pretty much where my luck finished for a lot of the event, because I had camera issues. If you've got the Sony ZV-E10 like Milo and I have, there's an S and Q button which basically puts it into slow motion.
Oh no!
Super
You're like, yeah.
So I lost
in silence.
10 minutes worth of catches because of
More dramatic though, in silent movie it maybe. Put
Just
a
play
little
it
bit
two
put it in
times
black
speed.
and white. Yeah.
Bring it back to like 1910.
Do it like you could make it atmospheric like cruise ships Chansey vlog, couldn't you? You could almost like put a nice little bit of a little story there, over dramatise.
The audience didn't really miss with the catches that I didn't put in. Let's put it that way.
Oh,
I mean, Hoot Hoot and Hisui and Sneasel, just to name a couple. It's not that big a pull.
But Ian's moaning though. Ian's moaning about all this. You're
an
very
inconvenience.
convenient for the man who moans and says don't hatch eggs. Your egg luck was I watched it, was ridiculous.
My egg luck actually was pretty good.
Oh, Ian, tell us, come on.
So,
Mr. I don't hatch eggs.
no, I mean we did get the crab roller, we did get ducklet, we did get, what else did we get?
So who can mute him?
Mulga. We didn't do bad from the eggs. We got most of the shinies that
Featured.
were released for the IRL GoFest through eggs. So I can't really complain. But eggs are a con. I stick to that, even though I'm a hypocrite. And I don't care who knows it, because I will still hatch eggs, even though I really do think that they're a con. But all in all, Global GoFest was a win.
Here we go.
Pidgey. I got my shiny Pidgey.
Yay!
You got a big boy, didn't you?
I did. I got an XXL Pidgey. So
Ian,
that
tell
made it all worthwhile.
Zoe about your rarest egg hatch that you got.
Oh, the Larvesta in New York.
Oh, the Northwest.
I don't
Is
remember
this
that
video being shared to anyone?
one. It's only
currently?
Patreon.
Oh, okay.
What? No,
Oh,
because
they
my
can
screen-
screenshot it. Okay. They can
Failed.
No, he pressed through the egg too quickly. He was faffing
It was
around
unknown
with the
o'clock.
camera.
I tapped on unknown and it went to the egg, so the animation started kicking in before I could start the screen recorder working.
No, wait. Are you on iPhone or on Samsung?
I'm on iPhone.
If you're on iPhone, you can like just do the app
I did the
hover
swipe down.
and it
Yeah, I did the
pauses
swipe
it.
down, but it
Yeah.
already started.
It was
by
too
the time
late.
He missed the key egg hatch.
No.
But yeah, digress.
That's
Global GoFest.
congratulations, though.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well done, Ian.
Monster.
Whitfield was there to bear witness to that momentous occasion, and called me a blithering idiot.
Rightly
He
so.
would.
Rightly so.
That's support, that is, though.
But we've talked about Global GoFest. We've talked about our sort of successes and thoughts on it. But it's only time now to talk about the global unlocks in. Zoe, would you like reversal or Nick?
Let's go, Nick. I've missed Nick from the events. You know, we didn't get to see him.
It's the news.
It's the news. The Ultra unlocks, boys. We've unlocked Ultrally. Cheeky little Tandem Mouse today for me.
Ooh.
Literally, after this, you're going to
shiny-
get out there and catch it, aren't you?
Well, I'm going to try. It's party play and it's a weekday, so wish me luck with that.
Party play and research.
Yeah. And shiny Togedemaru and Mega Lucario for the three ultras.
Nice.
So, what thoughts, feelings, opinions? Ultra
I was hoping it
unlock.
would be, if I'm honest, nothing against Mega Lucario, I was hoping it would be Mega Metagross for that Ultra unlock. But I'm not surprised that it's Mega Lucario.
I feel like it would have been cooler if it was multiple megas as well, because it's
Yeah.
like an ultra
Double
unlock.
mega raid day.
Remember when the ultra unlock was like, wasn't the first ultra unlock like Mewtwo in raids and something else and like really
Yeah.
hectic? Like, oh my god, we're gonna get like, you know, it's no longer whatever or requires. I don't remember what it was now, but it was
They're not
quite
as ultra unlocky as they once were.
Yeah,
I think because I remember, was it 2021? We had like a wave of Galar put into one of them. Galar, flaming Galar,
flaming Galar. I still call it the Galar region sometimes.
The Galar region.
Yeah, absolute Galar.
Yeah, like ultra, they're not bad.
Yeah, like I'm looking forward to these 3 things, but this just seems like the regular events we would have had anyway. Like
it's
just
almost
seems
like in place anyway, so we had to complete the challenges.
Yeah, like
or did we?
I don't know, like maybe.
Have we ever failed global challenges in the past? I think
no.
I don't
I feel like we should. I feel like that'd be fun if we did once, like just to see what would happen.
Test the water a bit. Yeah.
We've never done it for GoFest, but I think there was one event. I can't remember which one it was. There was a global challenge, and we all completed it. And there was like an hour of the bonus before the event ended.
Yes.
I think there was something like that where we all completed it at the last minute. It's like, oh, congratulations, trainers. Like, okay.
It's like, sick. Thanks.
Is anyone going to comment though that we love Brandon, nice guy, Brandon Tarn, but how he got his unknowns as part of this ultra unlock? Have you noticed in the 1-star raids we've got unknown B and T?
Oh,
British Telecom.
So Mr. Tarn raids. I was like, where is this going?
Brandon Tarn raids.
The BT raids. That's great.
Don't raid unknown.
No,
but unless
you've never got an unknown before. If you didn't pay for the ticket, use your free raid pass to get yourself an unknown if you've never caught one before, because there could be people.
So do we like Tandem? Is it Tandem?
I would give my soul for Tandem Mouse. I love that guy.
That's
just
a
me,
yes
though.
then.
Oh, have you got a plushie Tandem Mouse?
No, but I've got. Okay, you guys keep talking. Let's see if I can find this plushie.
Go for a search.
We do get it in timed research, don't we? As well,
yes,
task rewards.
Free.
Yeah, free.
Tandem Mouse is released in the Better Together Ultra Unlock, and this has event bonuses of, get ready for this, 4 times XP, 2 times catch candy, 4 times catch XP. Sorry, 4 times catch. 4 times catch XP, 2 times
Both hands
catch
in the air.
candy.
Are you feeling any sensation in your? How's the weather? Getting a stroke?
Are you smelling toast?
Yeah, can you smell burnt toast?
No, I'm not having a stroke, don't worry. And friendship levels will increase faster during this event, which runs, from the 17th to the 22nd of July.
For like an extra day and a half after the show's released.
Yes.
So 1-star raids, I love a 1-star raid. I don't need to highlight that every time I read out the 1-star raids, but maybe I do because I'm
just tell yourself, just console yourself.
I'm rocking on my chair. So 1-star raids see Brandon Tarn, he's around and he can be shiny, but we've also got Hisuian Growlithe and Alolan Grimer, which I would probably not bother raiding.
Free pass. Get the Growlies. Free pass, Growlies,
I think I'd raid the Growly. I would not be raiding the Grimer.
No.
Yeah, no.
Or an unknown.
Well, no, not the unknown, because they're going to be full odds, aren't they, as well?
They will be full odds. The 3-star raids, we will have had, and still are having, the Hisuian final stage starters of Typhlosion, Samurott, and Decidueye. So it's cool to see them back.
Yeah. If you missed the raid day, especially,
Yeah. Enjoy people.
We've only had them for the raid days, right? Or the raid.
Yeah, and they were briefly in Sinnoh, but outside of that, outside of that, they've not actually been in an event. I think. Yeah, you're right.
So, wild encounters that you can expect or have been enjoying during this event, would have been Vulpix,
Alolan Vulpix,
Diglett,
Alolan Diglett.
God, these don't get any better, do they? Meowth.
Oh, I wonder which one this is going to be. Alolan Meow.
Plot twist, Galarian Meowth.
It's looking like Execute for breakfast.
Mark's favourite, Wooper.
Oh, here we go. It is Alolan, I'm only joking, Paldean Wooper.
We've got the Zigzagoon.
Ziggy.
And the Galarian Zigzagoon.
Combi actually isn't a bad shout, to be fair.
And one that Ian is very much in love with. It is Binacle.
No, you think it looks great? Binacle's a great one.
It's bicycle.
It's a great bicycle.
Look, some trainers might even encounter a magneton.
And you got a Alolan Executor in there.
And ironically, this comes back to me, and it's a shiny I still don't have after all this time. Clink.
Have you got the audio of just the pipes falling down the stairs? Ding, 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 ding. Clink.
But with new events, we have field research task rewards. I'll start this one off and we'll carry on in the same order. But we have got Slowpoke.
Galarian Slowpoke. Oh, no, Galarian? Yeah, Galarian. Yeah.
Galarian,
Yep,
yeah.
Galarian Slowpoke. Yep.
The non-blue ball of Voltorb.
If you've done something really wrong, you could get a black ball, which is the Hisuian Voltorb.
You've got Coughing.
You got to say it in his voice, though. Yeah. Coughing. We've also got Combi.
Darumaka.
See a pattern developing here, definitely. Galarian Darumaka.
And actually one that I will be chasing because I still need this one, the Vanillite.
I almost want to skip this one because I don't want to... Dino's in there.
I'll do Dino. You
And
take the last one.
Tandemaus.
Yay!
The Mises.
But it can't
so
be shiny.
Cute. No. The shiny is not
Tragic.
in anyway. It's upsetting.
Isn't it?
It's upsetting. Devastating.
They should be like Buzzwole, shouldn't
Imagine if it was inverted, like if it was a little
Yeah,
black or
inverted
brown
would
mouse
be
with
cool.
white eyes and the little white mouth. That'd be so cute. So
But
cute.
guys,
Anyway.
we're getting something free.
Ooh.
A free timed research
Whoa.
Ooh la
with
la.
rewards of Tandemaus, event-themed Pokemon, quite vague, XP, quite vague, and Stardust, quite vague.
Yay.
And possibly one of the best avatar items.
Yeah.
The Tandemaus hoodie. I love that thing.
It's
and
actually quite cute.
That does look cool.
Tandemaus
Yeah.
slippers as well.
It's pretty
That's
sick.
going to be so cool.
It's so
I haven't
good.
bought an avatar item in so long, but it's quite
Nah,
cute.
me neither.
That's worth it, I
Remember when
think.
people used to think that if you bought one, you'd get better shiny odds?
Yes, oh my god.
I think
remember
that
the
rumour's
time.
still flying around.
God.
Yeah, since
somewhere.
you two changed my avatar, I've had rubbish shiny look, and I've still left it like
So
that.
you could, you're
No, Ian, it's because we didn't buy anything. If we
we
bought
should have
just
bought something
if we
for
just
him
bought
from the
one
store.
item, his shiny luck would have been off the charts.
Absolutely.
Sorry, Marky.
It's not very incentivized to buy any avatar items when we look like we've all been bitten by a water moccasin or something, you know? It's like had an allergic reaction to bees. Like it's not very enticing to buy to dress up, I think, these days. For me at
I
least.
like the fact it's Tandemaus, though.
Same.
Tandemaus
Yeah.
is
Tandemaus
cool.
is a
Same.
great shout. Yeah.
But I know it's party play and a little bit of research. I just hope the research isn't due an Alolan Grimer raid.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like refreshing Leak Duck in like I'm
Yeah.
doing the maths in my head. I'm like, okay,
Oh, just like,
it's almost
what are the
8 a.m.,
tasks?
which means it'll be 10 a.m. in New Zealand in like 15 minutes, and maybe someone will update what the tasks are. So, I'm like,
Yeah.
so I can hopefully track down the Tandemaus ones.
Yeah. Although in that event, there are quite a lot of perma-boosted shinies because of the Alolan
Yeah.
and Galarian variants. And I'm looking at the Meowth trio and be like, ooh, they're boosted dust. So is Combi. Nice.
True.
So the second Ultra Unlock is called Strength of Steel.
Steely Strength,
Ooh.
aka the Henry Cavill event.
Yeah.
So this one runs from July the 25th at 10 a.m. local time through to July the 30th at 8 p.m. local time.
And your event bonuses will be the following. Additional Candy XL for catching Pokemon for trainers level 31 and up. Increased chance for Candy XL for successfully catching Pokemon with nice or better throws. Okay, so it's kind of like a double bonus. And then there's actually additional candy for nice throws or better. So
Okay.
Yeah, because
It's
one's
like
XL and
three-
one's regular candy.
Yeah.
there's like 3 candy
Yeah.
bonuses, but then 2 of them are XL. Okay, it's triple catch dust.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
big one. That's the
yeah.
big juicy one.
Yum, yum, yum.
Well, talking about big juicy things, we've got 1-star rate as part of this event. And there's certainly something. There's something in here we might be chasing.
There's a
but
couple
maybe
of things in there, possibly, isn't
for
there?
Ian. Yeah, I was going to say Ian. So we've got Skarmory, Clink, Pawniard, which I still need. I might be tempted to do one of those, and the Todger is
Le
finally
Todger.
shining. The shiny Todger. It's here.
Toady D's.
About time.
And is it a good shiny, Zoe? Is it a good shiny?
It's nice. It's like a brown. It's like a light tanny kind of brown on the grey bit. I think turns to the It's nice. It's nice. It's soft. It's nice.
So what are the 3-star raids like, Zoe?
Our 3-star raids. We're looking at Steelix, Sizor, Mawile, and Aggron.
Wow.
I think
all of which can be megas. So I guess if you don't have one,
that's true.
One.
Yeah.
That's
very
nice.
good. So you bring it back there. You bring it all right back to the bit we should all be respectful
Wholesome,
of. There might be people that haven't got
exactly. There's someone who might not have. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Someone who has never experienced who's bringing the Aggron into the raid. Who's got the Aggron?
Or if you see a normal Aggron in a raid, you know somebody did one of these 3-star raids because they didn't get the Mega Energy with it.
Exactly. And then you should be a good community member and help trade them some stuff so they don't have to bring Aggron into the raids.
So they never have to raid another Aggron in their life. Field Research will give the following rewards. Beldum, Clink.
There you go. One to trade.
And the Todger. All available as Field Research task encounters, and they can all be shiny. Also, Steelix Mega Energy, Sizor Mega Energy, and Aggron Mega Energy, just for you, Mark.
Well, I've just read here, a leaked up has just put to get the shiny Todger and Field Research tasks, you have to raid an Aggron.
Oh, no.
I'm only messing.
And if that wasn't good enough news, the shiny Todger will be available in the wild alongside a Lowland Sandshrew.
Magnemite.
Marmite.
Pineco.
Nosy Pass.
Aaron, if you don't want to do an Aggron raid.
Beldum, my curse.
Please do not even entertain raiding Bronzor.
My favourite one out of this little bunch, Ferroseed.
We've got the Galarian Stunfisk.
Some trainers might even encounter an Onyx.
Oh, God. Cypher.
Skarmory.
And finally, Clink is also available there.
I mean, it's when you look at it, and let's go back to what we said we like from new events. Let's remember the things that haven't always happened from new events. We've got a new shiny to chase, and we can get it in Field Research tasks,
and in the wild.
Get it in the wild,
and in raids,
and you can do it in raids. So it's not locked.
Available.
Any facet of the game.
Yeah.
Available. It's a triple catch Stardust event, which is fantastic. And they're not the worst spawns in the world. I mean, if you haven't got a shiny for a few weeks, then click on all the Onyxes and Bronzors you find.
Bronzor, I think, haunts everybody, and certainly Onyx does as well. So
it really does. But Beldum in any event is a really good shout.
Yeah, that is a win.
And that in the wild encounters and research is definitely a good one.
Absolutely.
And of course, there's Aaron there, so Mark's going to be happy.
Oh, I can't wait for that one. But it is the roly-poly Pokemon as the Todger, which is a great description for Pokemon.
I love that.
So, I do like that. Roly-poly Pokemon. We've been calling for this one for a while, haven't we? And I know Ian's always put me in my box and said, Mark, we haven't got loads of shiny Pokemon in the game. They've got to keep these for the next 10 years.
Exactly.
Roadmap. It's all about the roadmap.
That's all right. The roadmap brings us the shiny Todger now, which I'm very happy about.
But it still doesn't bring Mark the shiny Subwaddle until probably next year.
Aww.
But the last Ultra Unlock.
Oh, go on, Ian. What have we got? What is the last?
I don't know. I think Milo's at a standing desk, actually, because this is a mega raid day.
And what's even more crazy is this is a 6-hour mega raid day.
Yes.
It's from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturday, July the 27th, which is wild.
It is pretty crazy. So, as we said, Mega Lucario is going to be the featured mon in this raid day, and your event bonuses are going to be, well, Mega Lucario will appear in raids. That's a pretty good start, isn't it?
Party play.
Party play.
Yeah, 5 additional free raid passes by spinning the photo discs at gyms. Shiny Lucario will have an increase in its availability. 1.5 times XP from raid battles.
Okay.
They've worded this really badly on this graphic, actually. Increased chance to get rare Candy XL from in-person raid battles. And Whitfield, your prayers have kind of almost been answered. The remote raid cap will be increased to 20 for this event.
Yeah.
It still doesn't seem
Yes.
happy.
Calm down, Milo.
Yeah, I don't know.
Correct.
After Global GoFest, and it's a 6-hour event window. I don't know if people really need to remote for this one unless they absolutely have to. But what is cool is a new featured attack. So Lucario encountered in these raids will also know the fast attack, Force Palm. And that will give you some power in either gym and raids or trainer battles, the number of which is slightly different.
Yeah. Milo is
don't go
the
into that
Caleb
detail.
Pang of the Incensed podcast there.
It's Caleb paying off Timu.
You're like, oh yeah, you can use it in battles, I guess.
You can use it in
Yeah, you can use
battles
it in
and it will
battles.
do something.
Zoe, do you want to tell us about the event ticket if somebody wants to put their hand in the pocket?
Oh, absolutely. If you want to spend for US $5 or equivalent, which is going to be obscene in my dollars, you can purchase a ticket that grants the following bonuses. You're going to be able to get 8 additional raid passes from spinning the gyms, increased chance to get Rare Candy XL from raid battles, 1 guaranteed Rare Candy XL when catching Lucario, ooh la la, 3 times more XP from raid battles, and then 2 times Stardust from raid battles.
Nice.
That's good Rare Candy XL, guaranteed as well.
Yeah, guaranteeing it.
Now, the word guaranteed is nice. Let's hope that 90 can understand what guaranteed
actually
means.
guaranteed.
Make sure they
Yeah.
turn it on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Guaranteed chance.
A guaranteed 1% chance of getting it.
It's guaranteed that we've said it here, but no guarantees.
There's no asterisk next to the word guaranteed. We're in trouble, guys.
Oh my
We're in
goodness.
trouble.
Wait for the social post after the event's finished. Going, trainers,
Hi,
sorry.
trainers. We're sorry to.
We grant you a box
We're
with
not gonna do
1 Rare
anything
Candy
about it.
XL. Yeah.
1 Rare Candy XL and 3.
We'll do a remake game day and no free stuff. Yeah, they're the Ultra Unlocks, and I think they're pretty good, pretty decent actually. They should see us through the rest of the month. And I don't know, what are your thoughts, guys?
I like the Lucario mask.
The avatar item does look pretty cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can team that with the Tandem Mouse hoodie and have the ears glitch through.
Ooh, have it. Yeah.
That's definitely going to happen.
Poor Tandem Mouse, Milo. Don't do that to Tandem Mouse.
I wonder where it'll glitch through. It might glitch through its eyes on top of its head.
Oh
I'm
my
sure.
god. Oh my
We'll
god.
see. You know how the avatar items go.
It'll be cursed.
Yeah,
We know.
absolutely.
We all
One day
know.
they might fix the avatars.
Anyway, moving on.
I agree with Ian to some extent. Like Mega Lucario, people have been waiting and hoping for
Yeah.
it to join the game forever. And in a way, I'm kind of glad that it is Mega Lucario rather than Mega Metagross.
It does make more sense, doesn't it, really?
We've just had the Dusk main, the Necrozma, join the game, which is technically better as a raid attacker in the steel category than Mega Metagross, which is mad. Mega Lucario is sick and is going to be, I think, the best fighter in the game probably forever, unless they do something with Mewtwo in one of its megas. Shiny Todger, absolute the most amazing highlight, and Tandem Mouse is fabulous and adorable. And there's kind of cool way to keep the party play feature relevant.
Yeah.
They need
if it's always
something
going
to
to be
get people
hanging
to do
around
it,
in
don't
there.
they?
Yeah.
I wonder if it will become like party play exclusive after the event or something.
That's what I'm thinking, because it's kind of like, I guess once the event ends, it's not going to be in the research anymore,
Yeah.
at least for now. So it'll probably be party play lad
Locked.
until future notice.
Until future Paldean Tour in 2029.
I don't know. Again, I don't feel like any of these are like ultra unlock crazy. Like I think the bonuses are good, like the Stardust as well. Like that's pretty, ultra. But overall, looking forward to it. I love Tandem Mouse. It's a cute little guy. Shiny Togi D's, great shiny. Mega Lucario, again, everyone's been waiting 1 billion years for that one. So finally. So yeah, and it's like a proper raid day, which is nice.
It is.
Yeah.
And they've not gone back on their word and made it an elite.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah.
Everyone was just waiting for it,
Rioting in the
wasn't they?
streets. Yeah.
Mega Lucario in elite raids.
They were.
They'd be like, that's it. I'm packing it up. We're done.
I remember when the first global unlocks were released. I remember before the pandemic, actually, and we were traveling around Europe. And I remember they announced them, and like when the No One's first appeared in raids, one of the very first Ultra unlocks.
Yes.
I remember like everyone kind of lost their minds over that. But I think it's just natural how the game's progressed now. where live events on 0 hours, all these tricks, all these things. They don't have that wow factor anymore. Sadly, on Owens. Do I agree with that? I probably do actually, because it adds a nice chase and a bit more fun to it. Everyone enjoys that now. But if you look at it, there's a lot of stuff there. Each of the events have got something to chase. There's new Pokemon, new shinies. They're not locked in any way, so I think it will keep us entertained for the next couple of weeks. So looking forward to see if we get what we want out of it. Probably not. But anyway.
Can we find a tandem at all? That's a question.
Yeah.
Hopefully we all can do.
I will report back.
We've talked about what's happened GoFest wise. We're talking about what is happening / is coming up with the Ultra Unlocks. Let's look forward to GoFest season perhaps next year, and just a think about where do you think we might land in terms of locations, or where would you like to potentially see one? Because obviously when you hear mutterings at live events, I mean, LA, people were throwing around names of cities and things like that, and some of them were always quite interesting, and then we ended up with Madrid for Europe, whereas I think a previous country had been listed, and we've talked about it on a previous show, I'm sure. I would love to see, because we've had 2 events in Europe now, in Spain, back to back. We have Barcelona, then Madrid. Maybe let's go across the Mediterranean to Italy.
I would love Italy. Yeah.
I would love perhaps a GoFest in Rome.
That would be my go-to.
It'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And having played there last year, it's already a really good place to play. So whack some extra stuff down in there, and you've got yourself an insanely good city experience. Plus, it's a beautiful part of the world, amazingly cultural city. So for Europe, that's where I think I'd like to go. Zoe, throw the dart. Where are we going?
Well, you know where I want to. Do you know where I want to go first?
Newcastle,
Sydney.
Let's pick one of the bigger cities just in case to to sustain that many humans. But look, I would kill for an Aussie event. I'll take anything, but I think realistically, look, I think the formula is locked in place for Japan, insert European city, and insert American city.
And that's the problem, is it? They're never going to get drawn away from Japan because Japan is Pokemon.
Yeah. They've got such a massive player base there. It makes sense. I don't know. If I was going to pick a random, Italy would be awesome, as you said. Poland, chuck it in Poland. Why not? Go visit the motherland. Anywhere. I've heard there's so many good ones, or even a Scandinavian GoFest, because then that nice little top pocket would be amazing. And then if we're going to pick a random, I want to go to Texas. Let's stick one in Texas. Why not?
Whereabouts in Texas would you like to go?
I have no idea. I just want to see Buc-ee's, and I want someone to say, call me in a sweet Southern accent, just address me in a sweet Southern accent. That would make my day. Japan's going to be Japan, so let's pick somewhere that's not hot. Let's go. Let's go Fukuoka, or how many people can what's the spot down south? Okinawa. How many people can they host?
That would be amazing.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
And Australia, please.
Brizzy or Sydney?
Look, this is going to be a controversial take because Sydney's just a 2-hour drive for me. But I feel like the Brisbane inner city loop has a better potential loop set up, just because there's a big section that is pedestrians only, and it connects South Bank is all South Bank has no cars except for 2 streets over sort of thing. That's when the cars start, and then you can go across the water to the gardens where there's again no cars, whereas for Sydney, I think they would have to do it in Olympic Park, which is again that if they did it there, plenty of space, but then you're missing out on how nice the harbour and stuff is. But I think just if it was a city, if it was a full city event, either would be great. But if it was a proper setup with the park, as much as I love Botanic Gardens, please Sydney, don't hate me, I think it'd be a tiny bit too small for Botanic Gardens to have a full-on GoFest. So I think it would have to be a multi spread out sort of one. But yeah, either. I'll take any of the above. My backyard, any, please.
I think Scandinavia as much as most of our areas deserves one. I've certainly met plenty of hardcore Swedish and Danish players and Norwegian players as well. And I think you're quite fortunate when we start looking at travel times, it's all relatively close when you start putting something up there. That would be my primary choice for Europe. A bit like Ian with Germany, I've got that feeling with certainly with Copenhagen and Denmark. I love it up there. I think I'm going to go maybe a little bit controversial. They won't do it in place of an American GoFest, but maybe one in Canada, possibly. We talk about every area deserves a chance, doesn't it? But maybe throw something in there. But Australia, yeah,
Give me.
yeah. We've been saying this, so we've been saying it for probably the last couple of years. Something's got to happen there. There's got to be an event.
Yeah,
it really does. Yeah,
make it happen.
And actually, Mark, Milo and I made a pledge just last week that if there was an Aussie event, we'd be going.
Yay!
Sorry when you've only got yourself to think about it. Mate, Jesus Christ, I could only fly east, so I'd have to go, wouldn't I? So,
yeah, there's no excuse.
Although you could argue it's south.
Listen, at the end of the day, if there was an opportunity to do it, we'd all snap the hands off to do it. Absolutely. I'll throw a curveballs area at you on Australia and locations. I agree with you on Brisbane 100%. There's some lovely parts you can walk around, obviously, around the water and it's all the timber decked areas, aren't there, down there? It's quite nice in Brisbane. The city loop's fantastic. It's designed for that, pedestrians only. But what about Adelaide, city of churches?
Adelaide,
South Australia.
Let's go Adelaide, the forgotten child of Australia. I have no beef. I have no beef with Adelaide. Shout out to Adelaide, Newcastle. We are the bullied cities. I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, Adelaide's cool. I haven't been since I was like a child to Adelaide, but they've got some pretty massive parks as well. I'm pretty sure.
They have, yeah.
It would be very funny. It'd be such a curveball because everyone's. I love Perth, dude. Perth, Kings Park is massive. Again, it would just be because it's so far. Like I'd say the majority of the player base in Australia is on the East Coast.
Yes,
it would be a massive hike then for like the local populace to get to Perth as well, because it's like a 6
2 days on the train.
6-hour flight. Yeah, God.
So it's almost like not a local event then.
It would be like flying from LA to New York sort of thing. Like it would just be doing one of those trips, like other side of the country.
So
but again, it's like to be beautiful for
Perth
it. Like Perth's lovely. Again, everyone dogs on Perth, like, oh, it's Perth, but it's like secretly got quite a nice, like beautiful beaches, like great parks and stuff. Lovely community. Debbie's there, everything you need.
Oh, Debbie's there.
Everything you need. So I would gladly anywhere. Put it in Cuba Pedy. I'll go to GoFest Cuba Pedy, like anywhere. Put it in the middle, like. Literally desert GoFest.
In the middle of the bush.
Let's put it in the outback.
Put it in the middle of the was it Stewart's Desert or whatever?
Wouldn't it? You see the sign for the petrol station. You have to go 6 hours past there.
Yeah.
You see the tree, right? It's dead. Yeah. Carry
turn
on
left at the dead tree, and then.
You really said a lot of Australia here, Mark.
No. I mean, like if you drive through the middle, he's not wrong. Like.
If you don't measure things in hours, it becomes days.
Yeah. Any. I'm settling for Adelaide, please. No,
anything.
And I suppose I'll round this out. I would love. I've never been to Australia. I would love to have an event in Australia and the opportunity to go and see that country. But being a realist, it's never going to leave Japan. Zoe's already said that. I would love to see just Japan in general. So anywhere in Japan would be nice, but somewhere cooler. After this year's Sweatfests would be nice. So somewhere in the south it is going to be a winner for that. Although I can't really top Okinawa, being a Karate Kid fan and all that as well. In terms of the European one, I would say I'm copying Milo's answer. But if you listen back a few weeks, I did say Rome a while ago for a European GoFest. Yeah. So I would stick to my guns on that one. I love Germany. But we had 2 GoFests in Germany over the last sort of number of years. So Italy would be the winner there. And again, it's going to be America. It's not going to be Canada. And somewhere in the south would be nice because that hasn't been represented on GoFest past. Texas is a massive state, would be great. I'm more veering towards more of a party city. And New Orleans would be where I would love to see an event.
Yeah.
So
hell yeah.
They'd be my 3. Somewhere out west would be nice, but I think we tend to get the tours out west, so I think it's going to be more sort of central or east in the States.
Yeah, I think so.
I feel like in the middle as well would make it more accessible for people. Like, this is my assumption, but like surely flying to the middle is closer than everyone having to do a massive
I think so. Yeah.
left or right sort of scenario.
Tennessee, having something like Nashville or Memphis would be great.
Minnesota, Ian. Nice and cold.
Yeah. Best accents. Let's go Minnesota.
Wow.
Yeah.
There we go. That's where we'd like to see our GoFest next year. We'll see if any of them are going to come. Well, let's be honest. It's going to be Japan, it's going to be New York, and it's going to be random European cities.
They'll be like Tokyo in August, so we all have heat stroke again. New York, Randall's Island in June, so we all have heat stroke again.
Just keep moving
and then
forward.
Where's the hottest European country?
Heat stroke season. Bring it on.
Yeah. Because New York should not have been that hot this year.
Said the season of strokes.
Yeah.
Stroke season. Ayo.
So we're coming to the tail end of the show. We've got a few things to go through, and some of you guys have left us finally some WhatsApp messages.
Hello, Mum.
First up, we have a voicemail from PayPal Simon.
Yeah, this is PayPal Simone at the end of your phone. I just want to say a public thanks to Barbara for trading me one of her 2 shiny Pikachu in a K-Cat shinies she got last night during Spotlight Hour. Incredibly generous. Thank you so much. Love you, babe.
Let's go, Barbara. Let's go.
That's very wholesome.
That's a very wholesome message. And
thanks, Simon. Yeah. PayPal Simon.
Also, he added his own reverb onto it as well. I love that.
Yeah. And that's what I love about this. People can send us anything, and the chances are we're going to play it. And Barbara was thanked there by PayPal Simon, but Mark's better half's been on too.
Hello, Incensed podcast. This is Ash, so bad low. Or if you're Steve from Norway, you would call me the shiny Blitzkrieg machine. I still think that's one of the funniest things anyone has ever called me. Anyway, so I was having a chat with my girlfriend the other day, and it gave me an idea for a getting to know you question for you three. So the question is, if you could time travel to any time period and be one of the richest people at that time, what time period are you traveling to? So just for an answer, my girlfriend said that she would time travel. Me and her will go to ancient Egypt and be the king and queen of ancient Egypt, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, we'd love to know what your answers are. As always, amazing work on the podcast. # never miss a week.
Nice.
Ash sound, he's good lad.
Thanks, Ash.
Question.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to time travel to tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
I know where I stand in this timeline. I know what I'm about. I know where everything lines up. And man, I could get these renovations done a bit quicker if I was one of the richest people tomorrow. So yeah. That's my option. Yeah. Tomorrow. What if I went back to, I can't speak ancient Egyptian. Like, how am I going to communicate? I was like, okay, I'm the queen, but I can't, don't know how to speak.
We all spoke English back then, Zoe.
Yeah, exactly.
You've seen the films,
like,
haven't you?
G'day, mate. How you guys going? And it's like,
magically.
A witch, Myrna. She's a witch.
Yeah, we see a Stargate.
I'd go back to 2023, so last year, when London GoFest was on, and made sure I had loads of money to fully embrace myself and raid hard all weekend, every hour, and enjoy the finest cuisine and treat all of you boys and girls out in London every night, and we all stay at the Ritz, and we'd have had like the best time ever, and we'd have all been creating content in like the biggest marble-filled rooms everywhere, and we'd have gone and met the Queen. I know she wouldn't have been around then, the King, and we'd have all had
go back another year
with him on Monday after the GoFest weekend, and that would have been epic on our own backyard, but we'd have spent loads of money helping the economy in doing so. That'd be cool. Yeah. And also, I wouldn't have to worry about language because
you can speak it. Yeah,
that bit's covered.
I'll take the #we never miss a week. Let's travel back to 2016.
Oh, you stole my answer. You get
2016 summer.
Yeah.
So we can all get on the content game and the podcast game when the game starts.
Yeah.
So we can truly say we've never missed a week. Because really, we missed, 4 or 5 years?
I'd go back one day before Milo so that it didn't sound like we're the same
So he
answer.
could have the idea.
Yeah.
Yes, Milo, you idiot.
Yeah. So we could all speak English and we'd all be relatively within the same timeline.
Great question.
Yeah. Thanks, Ash.
That,
yeah. So probably not the answers you were looking for, but there you go. Speaking of answers that we were all looking for, it's time for the results of...
Well, I did come up with some half-assed poll during the show tonight.
Is it the is Milo...
What's that?
What question we talked about at the beginning?
Yeah, so is Milo...
save it for next week.
No, we spent a lot of time talking about GoFest, and obviously the natural conclusion to it was GoFest Global. And I want to just ask the community out there, just simply, did you enjoy GoFest Global this year? And we had 66 votes, which is a decent number for a 27-minute poll, which I put on.
Was that deliberate?
I missed it. I could have bumped it up to closer to the magic number. Dang it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Go.
Missed it.
So there was a few comments and responses. We encouraged that. Bar side, lovely little gif of Pikachu with Ash's cat jumping up and down, going, had a great time with friends in real life and online. David Silverman definitely enjoyed it. The work Niantic and the community ambassadors did to enhance the experience of players in Kensington Gardens was fantastic. It was great to see so many people together, and it felt like an in-person GoFest. Talking about feeling like a proper GoFest, Sue Hermes Ninja experienced a few game glitches and baths, but it was otherwise awesome. Good spawns, good company. I love not having limits on remote raids and getting to hop into lobbies with faraway friends. But I do wish you had all of the Ultra Beast in raids on Sunday. Yes, I forgot they weren't there, and it caught me out because I stopped on the Buzzwalls earlier than I probably needed to, knowing they weren't there on the Sunday. So that was a shame. And the Keen Brown's probably thinking what most of us are thinking, can't feel my legs still, but I had a lot of fun.
He was literally rolling on the floor on Sunday.
No.
Lovely gif of SpongeBob there going, oh, ow, my feet, my legs. So the results of the poll, and we had yes, no, and non-applicable, so some people would not have played it. But in third place with 5% of the vote was no. Runner-up spot with 6% is pretty epic. Well done, non-applicable. You've got a silver medal tonight with 6%, which means with a resounding 89% of people said yes, they did enjoy Global GoFest this year, which I think is nice. It's a nice feeling out there.
That's what we like to hear.
Well done. Well done.
Give yourselves a pat on the back.
Interesting, Ian. 87% of people think Milo is, but anyway.
Is that I am a goat?
He is the goat.
The goat.
I wouldn't go that far, but
he transforms at night into the chupacabra.
Go goat.
Yeah, it's the go goat.
Take me back to Barcelona.
Oh, Milo.
Does this mean it is time for shinies of the week? Yes.
That's my favourite version. So good.
If ever the soundboard screws up, I can guarantee Milo will always insert that one.
He always does.
The most scuffed options. Oh, there are some shiny. Look out. Okay, so we have got on Campfire, #shinies of the week. You know how to spell it. You've been here long enough. Grumpy Cricket 83 with the shiny Jang mayonnaise. Very nice.
Oh, lovely.
Jang Mo. Thumbs up. Why have you got 31 million Stardust? Hello? Grumpy.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Settle down. That's beautiful. Congrats on the shiny Jang Mo. Nice. And we have Poke Evo Sec or Kek or Sis. Poke Evo with the first ever Shundo with the Shundo Necrozma.
Oh,
nice. Congratulations. Then over on the Twitter sphere, we have got from Apex171. I forgot to show this one on GoFest day before it started. Finally got a Shundo, and it is Shundo Omanite. Cute. Little hands in the air.
Nice.
Yeah. Congratulations. That is such a cute little shiny as well. The Omi. Is that a hatch or is that just a wild? Because that's excellent. Good job. And then we also have from Pavnoko. /W12Ace. At Incensed Podcast, best shiny of GoFest Global was my 96 IV Moon Crown Pikachu. It's no match for the shiny Necrozma Ultra Beast, but it's the iconic Pokemon, probably the last we'll see of this particular little fella. Crown emoji. Nice. Beautiful. Congratulations.
Moon Crown lovely.
Pika.
And Apex has just put in the chat that, well, actually, I'll quote it. It says, "Dude, it was a field research." So,
hey, nice.
Nice one, Apex.
Oh, it was a field research. That's really random because that's in a multiple pool as well.
Yeah, it's like a lucky draw of like 3 things, right?
Lucky dip.
So he also said he's been playing since day 1, and that was his first ever Shundo.
Yay!
So
nice.
Even more of a noise for you, Edgar.
It was marinating for a while.
Ian?
Yes, Marky?
Can I add one at the end?
Yeah, go for it.
So this is one that I think is going to get Milo slightly
So we're not adding
wet.
Milo Shundo in there? No.
I didn't post it.
No, it's not Milo Shundo. No, this has got nothing to do with Milo.
Good.
But Dark Parks has messaged us on X within the hour of the show going on tonight and put, listening to episode 179, that is encouraged, of our Incensed podcast, and tonight's Rocket Balloon has delivered a corker, a Shadundo Trico. Hashtag Shiners of the Week.
Ooh.
Hashtag Pokemon Go with a shock face, 100%, and a non-smoking sign, but I guess that's the dark purple fumes around Trico. But yes, a CP237. We know they are rare because there's no base stat on it.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
What a catch.
That's crazy. That is crazy good.
Crazy. It's still an amazing catch.
Yeah.
Shadows of the week.
Yeah.
Shadows of the week.
So, boys and girl, we made it. The end of 180. Actually, let's say boys with an I, shall we? Let's stick on it. Boys with an I. Boys, we made it.
Boyfriend.
Boys.
Dear participants.
Yes. 180 is in the can. Thank you, Zoe, for joining us again. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Open invitation as always. So thank you everybody for listening. You can catch Zoe on all of the socials. I believe it's just at Zoë Two Dots in most places.
Yeah.
And on
at
the
Zoë Two Dots on all
YouTubes,
the
it's
things.
at Zoë Two Dots.
Find me. Come and deal with my shenanigans on all corners of the internet.
Watch Alan get all the shinies.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
So we better get through this quickly. Thank you very much for listening to the show. If you do not currently follow us on the socials, at Incensed Podcast on all the socials, you can just drop us a follow. And equally, if you don't subscribe to us on your podcast platform of choice, hit the plus or follow button. That way, each week, every episode we drop, so you can just push play. That's what we like. If you would like to send us a review, Apple, Spotify, 5 stars are always good, but give us what we deserve, even if that's a 1. And that is pretty much going to do it. Don't forget to send us your WhatsApp messages, Shiners of the Week, and just random correspondence. We'd love to hear from you, and sometimes we will feature it in the show. But we cannot finish the show without saying a big thank you to everyone who supports us, not just by listening, but also by sort of looking after us through the Patreons. If you are a bronze or silver tier subscriber, thank you very much. We really do appreciate that. And the ones of you that are on the gold, well, thank you by name. So our gold members, do your impression, Milo?
Gold. It gets worse every time.
It gets worse every week. JB, Clifford Mert, Darby Ross, Kerry and Zachary, Connolly, Apex 171, Mufti, Barside 2, Highbone, Mandy Croft, and Sean McKay, Twiggy 25, I believe he is. Thank you very much. We appreciate each and every one of you. And of course, we can't finish the episode without thanking our 2 incensed admins, Hermes Ninja and I Am Pyrrhus. Thank you so much for everything you do.
Aye.
180 is well and truly in the can.
Oh my God, wait. Are you guys excited for next week's Spotlight Hour?
What?
Diglett.
Tell us.
Alolan Diglett. Tiglet and Alolan Diglett with 2 times evolution XP. Are you
I am the reverse of hyped.
Yes.
Oh well.
Subdued, I think.
I'm subdued.
He hasn't got any sweat.
Those purified gems have been thrown at me.
Couldn't miss it for the world.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
And on that terrible disappointment, We'll catch you next week.
Yay, with more Diglett.
More Diglett.
Diglett.
Double Diglett.
Diggy diggies.